Hey everyone, I have recently been asked if low volume wingboards are worth learning. So I wanted to create this video to be honest and to go over the advantages and the disadvantages from my opinion. And also thought it would be a useful video as the initial learning process on a low volume board is new to me. I've just gone through that process. I thought I'd give you a bit of background knowledge to start off with. So I'm currently riding a 40 litre Cabrinha Autopilot board. It's 4'10" in length. And I used to ride a 5'2" long board, which was 90 litres. And I actually used that as a crossover sup foil board and a wingfoil board. But I wanted to try a lower volume board. And I actually had to sell that crossover board in order to get this 40 litre one. So I currently weigh about 75 kilograms, which is about 165 pounds. So when you think about that with regards to the volume of the board, that's about 35 litres less than my body weight with that 40 litre board. So while the clips are running in the background, I'll start with the advantages of the low volume boards. And personally, I found that when you're able to get up, they are so fun. Pumping is made so much easier. It's so much more enjoyable. As a result, you use less energy. And to me, it really feels like either dock starting or riding a kite foil board. So they're really agile. And when it's on the waves or on a bit of swell, it's absolutely phenomenal, which is a real plus side for me. I've also found personally that it makes your jibes and your tacks easier as you have less weight to throw about, unlike big volume boards or higher volume boards. However, having said that, foot switches are actually a little bit trickier due to the boards being twitchier. So you have more freedom, which is another key point. And then just for us, location is a key one as well. So we live in an area where you can get some quite hefty shore dump. So I found that just even getting in and out of the water with a smaller board is so much easier, and it really minimises that worry of getting clobbered by that shore dump when you either start a session or finish a session. It's just a lot easier to carry around. And I've also got to add actually that it fits into my van without taking the foil off. So for me, massive bonus. Right, moving on to the disadvantages then. So personally, I found it a really tricky process to learn. It's super frustrating and it really does take its time and you need persistence. I do, however, believe that it is possible for everyone to learn this if you want to, as long as you've got that persistence and you are dedicated to learning it. However, still within sessions, even though I feel like I've improved a lot and I can get up, I will have times I'm waiting for minutes at a time before I can even get up. That is down to my skill level, but again, it's a frustrating point. So in light winds, you must also accept that you may miss a session unless you've got another bigger board. And again, I'm not yet good enough to get up on this 40 litre board in really light winds, so I've had to suck it up and miss sessions. The next point then, moving onto your location, you may actually have to paddle out prone style to get to the wind line, whereas on previous higher volume boards, I've just been able to slowly bob out to the wind line or even work hard to pump up the board onto foil and get out there quicker. But with this sinker board, it's not doable. I have to prone paddle out. And then just another point I want to raise, this sounds really silly, but actually it's the worry of crashing. So when I actually found I was getting up a lot more, I then wouldn't try any different maneuvers or push the turns as hard because I was so worried about then falling back in and then having to wait minutes at a time to get up. So that's a bit of a barrier that is quite hard to get over, which when you're over it, it is fine. So hopefully this video is helpful just by covering the advantages and the disadvantages. I would personally recommend that if you can have a 2-board quiver, a low volume board for those higher wind days to practice on, and then a higher volume board when it's a bit lighter, that would be a great situation to be in. You're less likely to sacrifice missing sessions. As stated, I'm only able to have that 40 litre board at the moment. If anyone would like to lend me a board, a higher volume one, that would be amazing. But no, honestly, it is great to have, but that learning process is hard. More than happy to answer any questions if anyone has any. If you could like and subscribe or even message me and follow me on Instagram, that'd be amazing. But hopefully this helps, guys, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.